Trump back on the world stage, and it's like he never left. 47 flew over to France this weekend for the reopening of Notre Dame. And he said the cathedral looked better than it did 900 years ago. But while he had his eyes on the architecture, the world had its eyes on him. Even Dr. Jill couldn't look away. The two had a little side chat. Trump told the Post it was very nice. She couldn't have been nicer. And then he used the photo to promote his new cologne. A fragrance your enemies can't resist. I know what Johnny wants for Christmas. And long lines stretching through the pews to shake 47's hand. Outside the French presidential palace, Macron was manhandled by a Trump handshake. Trump told the Post, quote, "It's just a firm shake." He understands that. Just a firm shake. France received Trump with the pomp and circumstance reserved only for a sitting president. Red carpet, trumpets blaring, the guard in full uniform. He strolled inside and got right to work.
It's an honor to be here. We had a good time together, and we had a lot of success, really great success working together on defense and offense too. And it certainly seems like the world is going a little crazy right now, and we'll be talking about that. Thank you very much for being here.
Prince William met with President-elect for about 40 minutes. Trump said they had a great talk, and William's a good-looking guy. Quote, "He looked really very handsome last night. Some people look better in person. He looked great." And I told him that. Then in came the president of Ukraine. Zelensky met with Trump and Macron for about 45 minutes. Trump says he wants to make peace. That's new. And that he's formulating a concept of how to end that ridiculous war, quote unquote. Next up was the Prime Minister of Italy, Giorgia Meloni. Musk popped into that meeting. Musk and Meloni have a thing. Trump called the Italian a real live wire. Overall, Trump says we all got along great, and he hopes they can straighten out the world in a little bit. Back in the United States, the Democrats are admitting, quote, "It feels like Trump is president already." They feel like Biden has, quote, "effectively disappeared from the radar." And in conversations, they don't even mention President Biden. It's kind of sad. One Democrat says Biden is one of the lamest of lame ducks we've ever seen, and they're ready to move on. Democrats in Washington just want to get him and the people around him out the door. Trump's practically sleeping in the White House and walking around the Rose Garden. And Biden doesn't seem to care. Democrats are embarrassed.
History is going to be a harsh judge. This is the culmination of what's really a public humiliation for the party, that their leader is really not capable of being a public figure for the last 5 years.
But the left isn't moving on anytime soon. After Democrats spied on him, had him arrested, and almost got him assassinated, the media cannot stop picking at old wounds.
I don't have to tell you this because you've talked about it. It comes at a time when the country is deeply divided. And now you're going to be leading this country for the next 4 years. For the sake of unifying this country, will you concede the 2020 election and turn the page on that chapter?
No. No, why would I do that? But let me just tell you, when you say the country is deeply divided, I'm not the president. Joe Biden's the president.
But you're going to be the president.
No. I'm not the president. So when you say it's deeply divided, I agree. But Biden's the president, I'm not. And he has been a divider. And you know where he divided it more than anything else, and it probably backfired on him, I think definitely, is weaponization. When he weaponized the Justice Department and he went after his political opponent, me, he went after his political opponent violently because he knew he couldn't beat him. And I think it really was a bad thing. And it really divided our country.
Trump just cut through Welcome like warm butter. The media and everyone in Washington knows exactly what they're guilty of, and they're acting like it. Bureaucrats are scrubbing their social media and changing their job titles so they don't get fired on day one. The diversity officer at the Treasury Department who posts videos of Rosie O'Donnell, that lady better start looking for a new job. The resistance doesn't look too confident. They're going around like a smash and grab crew whose names just went out over the radio. And the media wants to know if all their friends are getting fired.
Sir, are you going to fire the current FBI director, Christopher Wray, who you appointed?
Well, I can't say I'm thrilled with him. He invaded my home. I'm suing the country over it. He invaded Mar-a-Lago. I'm very unhappy with the things he's done. You take a look at what's happened. And then when I was shot in the ear, he said, oh, maybe it was shrapnel. Where's the shrapnel coming from? Is it coming from heaven? I don't think so. So we need somebody to straighten. You know, I have a lot of respect for the FBI, but the FBI's respect has gone way down over the last number of years.
Don't you have to fire him in order to make room for Kash Patel if he is, in fact, confirmed?
Well, I mean, it would sort of seem pretty obvious that if Kash gets in, he's going to be taking somebody's place, right? And somebody is the man that you're talking about.
And Chris Wray needs to resign with whatever dignity he has left. Or what, does he want to be a martyr too and make a spectacle out of Trump axing him? The whole interview, NBC keeps asking Trump about revenge.
Is it your expectation, though, that Kash Patel will pursue investigations against your political enemies?
No, I don't think so.
Do you want to see that happen?
If they were crooked, if they did something wrong, if they have broken the law, probably. They went after me, you know. They went after me and I did nothing wrong.
Pam Bondi talks about investigating the investigators. Do you want her to investigate Jack Smith?
I want her to do what she wants to do.
Do you want to see Jack Smith investigated?
Well, I think he's very corrupt, but I want her to do whatever she has to do.
Are you going to direct her to prosecute Jack Smith?
She's a very smart person. She was a great attorney general in Florida. She's very experienced. I want her to do what she wants to do. I'm not going to instruct her to do it, no.
Are you going to do that? Are you going to go after Joe Biden?
I'm really looking to make our country successful. I'm not looking to go back into the past. I'm looking to make our country successful. Retribution will be through success.
The media is goading Trump into prosecuting his opponents because they need the ratings. And so they can say, see, I told you so. We warned you he's a dictator. It'd be the first time the media's been right in 10 years. But it seems like Trump's toying with the idea.
Cheney was behind it, and so was Benny Thompson and everybody on that committee. For what they did, honestly, they should go to jail.
So you think Liz Cheney should go to jail?
For what they did.
Everyone on the committee, you think?
I think everybody anybody that voted in favor.
Are you going to direct your FBI director and your attorney general to send them to jail?
No, not at all. I think that they'll have to look at that, but I'm not going to. I'm going to focus on drill, baby, drill.
Trump's like, Liz Cheney should be in jail, but I'm not going to tell Pam Bondi what to do. Of all the things they did to Trump, he's most mad at Liz Cheney. I'd probably be more mad at Alvin Bragg, Tish James, Judge Nudie, remember him? But that's just me. And maybe Kim Cheadle, because that bullet came this close. Trump's focused on fairness, whether it's justice, trade, taxes, or immigration.
You've promised to end birthright citizenship on day one. Is that still your plan?
Yeah, absolutely.
The 14th Amendment, though, says that, quote, all persons born in the United States are citizens. Can you get around the 14th Amendment with an executive action?
We're going to have to get a change. We'll maybe have to go back to the people, but we have to end it. We're the only country that has it.
Through an executive action?
You know, we're the only country that has it. Do you know, if somebody sets a foot, just a foot, 1 foot, you don't need two, on our land, congratulations, you are now a citizen of the United States of America. Yes, we're going to end that because it's ridiculous.
The crude term for this is anchor baby, but we don't use that term here. Not all, but some female migrants are motivated by this, and it creates an incentive to break into the country. You take that incentive away, you cut down the number of illegals. You know who really gets hurt by birthright citizenship? The foreigners who waited years in line to apply legally. Spent money, did it by the book, only to watch caravans cut in line and get rewarded. Criminals who break into the country to sell drugs, traffic women, shouldn't be handed hotel rooms and debit cards. They should be arrested and flown home. And bottom line, they should be scared of getting caught. The CEO of Palantir says Trump won because Biden wanted our enemies to love him. Trump wants our enemies to fear him.
Americans are the most loving, God-fearing, fair, least discriminatory people on the planet. And they want to know that if you're waking up and thinking about harming American citizens, or if American citizens are taken hostage and kept in dungeons, or if you're a foreign power sending fentanyl to poison our people, something really bad is going to happen to you and your friends and your cousins and your bank account and your mistress and whoever was involved. They need to wake up scared and go to bed scared.
And while the world braces for Inauguration Day, Trump is making a promise. Listen.
I remember your first inaugural address. You talked about American carnage. Have you thought about your message for your second inaugural address?
I have.
Can you give us a preview?
We're going to have a message that will make you happy, unity. It's going to be a message of unity. And again, I think success brings unity.
Click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You won't get it anywhere else.